Hello, I'm back. This is Parenting is Planning, and I'm Fatima. And I've been looking at human beings from different perspectives for over 30 years. And today I'm here to say that Black people are walking around with low-grade depression that has been undiagnosed, and it manifests itself in different ways. One of the things I would like to address today is stop telling your children not to cry. Crying is a physiological release when we experience hurt, pain, injury, and children are born crying. When we leave the womb through the birth canal of our mothers, the doctor or the midwife slaps us so that we can cry. That means that we're basically healthy, that we're not struggling to breathe, that our lungs are clear, and then they suck out whatever moisture is in our lungs, and they massage us and clean us off and put us in the arms of our mothers and possibly fathers. Crying, sobbing, weeping is what happens when someone is healthy and something is amiss. The child falls down in the park. We pick the child up. The child is screaming because the child is afraid. We're born with the fear of falling. Full stop. That's the only fear we have. And loud noises. So when the child falls, we pick the child up, we dust the child off, say, "Are you all right?" The child continues to cry. You don't see any blood. You don't see any broken bones. So you say to the child, because you don't want to hear it, one of the most horrible things to hear is a child crying. I know, I've had two. But you learn. This is a response to fear. The child fell. The child doesn't know if he or she is injured, and the child is seeking attention. So the crying harkens back to when we were born and we were hungry, tired, soiled diaper, or we just wanted to be held again. We were in the womb for 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, and we were close to our mother's heart. That was a safe place. But the world is not safe for a young child. So our role as caregivers or parents is to ensure the child that you're okay, I'm here. Let it out, let it run its course, comfort the child with words, with affection, and the child would usually stop crying. Another reason why crying is significant is that the child is in touch with her or his emotions. When we tell children not to cry, we're telling them that their emotions, what they're feeling, is not valuable and that you don't want to hear about it. Why? Because you have to go watch your football game, or you have to go wash dishes, or you have to go to work. We cut our children off because we don't have time for them. And this is one of the ways children develop numbness. And I'm going to talk about trauma in future videos. The second reason why I decided to do these videos is that I see insanity, especially in certain communities, and I'm going to preface the African American and African Caribbean communities. We are raising children in a state of frustration and rage. We are angry. And because we're not given permission to feel angry, we don't even know why we're angry. We don't know the reasons that are contributing to our anger. So what we're seeing a lot of violence. We're seeing gang violence. We're seeing women, Black women, slugging it out. Fisticuffs in the airport, on cruise ships, in the beauty salon, in Target, in Walmart, in parking lots. And some women will fight a man. What happened? I am in my 60s. I've seen a few fights with women during my upbringing. It was so rare. Now we're seeing constant videos catching women fighting. They're fighting in the classroom with their students. That rage is coming out, and we're taking it out on the people closest to us. And who are the greatest victims? It's the children. The children are witnessing this. They're experiencing the rage, the anger, the frustration. And number three, if a child does not validate his or her own feelings, because the caregivers, the grandparents, the children, the aunties, the uncles, are not validating those feelings, that person grows up with these unvalidated, ignored feelings, and they develop a type of numbness, a depression. And in the clinical world, psychology, psychiatry, we know that depression is the other side of the coin of anger. Anger is a healthy emotional state, and we have it because it protects us. It helps us develop boundaries. It helps us to acknowledge that something that happened to us was not acceptable, and we get to process it and talk about it. But we are jumping from anger, and we ended up in prison, because all the way in between that spectrum, from anger to solution, is not being accessed. So we're in trouble. And we have more and more children being murdered. It's called infanticide, at the hands of their mothers and fathers, mothers' boyfriends, caregivers. And I will be releasing a video on how your boyfriend is not your babysitter. To the many single women out there who think that a man is a plan, I want to introduce some data that 4 children are murdered in the United States every day at the hands of their loved ones. And that's it for Parenting is Planning. Take care. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.